Got Decatur Central coming in hot for us this morning at 6 o'clock on your Friday morning. Glad you're joining us here on 13 Sunrise. And look at this beauty right here. Trophy. Yes, the Spirit Trophy for Operation Football, as it is officially back today. We're going to get you started with Dominic Miranda at about 6:20 if you can stick around with him. But if you saw the crew that he's got out there with him now, you know that they're hyped and they're ready to go. The cheerleaders, the players, the fans excited this morning.
What a great crowd they have out there. And many of them, as you mentioned, Chuck, probably have on a jacket or so. Well, no, you know, maybe they're all in shorts. They're high school kids, no jackets. They never wear them, even in December. But when this morning is going to be cold, but when those games start tonight,
it's going to be really
totally
warm.
Different.
Absolutely. In fact, don't you think that Spirit Award is about the size of a teenage boy?
Yes, I would say so.
It's a big one, folks. Yeah. We've got a lot to talk about. Also, in traffic, ladies, I'm going to get to traffic. We've got breaking traffic news, and I will get to that in a moment. But right now, let's talk about weather, and it is 60 in Indy. That's not bad. But boy, Zionsville's hit 48, only 46 in Crawfordsville, 52 in Shelbyville and Plainfield. It's 52 in Pendleton this morning, 55 in Greencastle. Good morning, Newcastle. You're at 51, so is Greenfield, but it's only 49 degrees this morning in Muncie. Now, what's going on is we are in the process of seeing a major change in the weather. Right now, the winds at the airport are out of the northeast. They will be out of the southeast this afternoon, then the south tonight, and that is a major game changer. So a brisk start, but we'll be up to 67 by 10 o'clock, and then we're going to top out at 84. You'll remember that we've had 5 days in a row of temperatures below average. That streak ends today. And after school tonight, whether you're just going shopping, out to eat, or to high school football, temperatures will be in the 70s by 8 p.m. at 77. Okay, let's take a look at breaking traffic. And this has been, as you know, an issue. If you've been with us this morning, this is a major issue because right now, I-65 south to north through downtown, take a look at this. 1 hour. 1 hour to go. You see the red, that's the gridlocked traffic on the northbound lanes. Southbound and northbound both closed just north of Raymond and south of the South Split. Now, this has been an issue for a couple of hours. They have just opened this for traffic. Excuse me, we've had some rolling stops. So this is just opening right now for traffic. So maybe we can get this relieved. But traffic had been stopped there for some time. We've got a lot of cars going off of the ramp to try and avoid that area. This is I-69 just north of 465. And traffic moving well there. We were slowed down to about 15 or 20 miles per hour near 82nd Street, and not much faster than that right now. We'll have more traffic with you. More on that good news at the North Split or South Split coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Chuck, thank you. Well, this morning, a community is coming together after a beloved restaurant owner was gunned down right outside of his own restaurant.
His name was George Nelson Sr., and he was shot and killed Wednesday night. Metro Police say they have arrested a suspect. Sia New Yorker has been on this story for us, joining us now with the latest and what we know about this. Good morning, Sia.
Good morning, ladies. Ever since Mr. George Nelson Sr.'s death, dozens have flocked here from all over the city to pay their respects to a man who they say did so much for this city, this neighborhood, and individuals personally. Now, just hours after 56-year-old George Nelson Sr. was shot and killed here in front of his restaurant, the workers opened the doors to serve the community. When asked why, his family told 13 News that is exactly what Big George would have done. They say he always told them, chin up, chest out. They are heartbroken by the way he was tragically killed, but his daughter tells us she's prepared to carry out his legacy right here on 26th and MLK.
I'm running it. This is our baby. This is the Nelson families. This is our empire. This is the legacy we're going to leave for my niece and my nephew. This is what we're going to do.
Now, you can honor Mr. Nelson Sr.'s life by coming to a balloon release here on Sunday at 3 o'clock. We've put details on our website about how you can participate. Reporting live here on Indy's northwest side, Sia New Yorker, 13 News.
Sia, thank you.
Well, this morning we are gathering new information about 2 shootings overnight. The first happened just before 11. This was last night on the city's east side. That's where police found this victim near 30th and Mithofer. That victim is stable at last check this morning. And just about 2 hours after this shooting, police were called to Groff Avenue. That's near North Tibbs and West 16th Street here on the city's west side. And according to police, they found a victim shot there. At last check, that victim is expected to be okay. We actually just reached out to police to find out more details about the shootings and if they can tell us if there's a suspect in custody.
Well, this morning we are also making phone calls about the leads in connection to a double shooting on the city's far east side. This happened just before noon yesterday near 10th and Mithofer, where officers found 2 people shot at an immediate care. Police tell 13 News the shooting didn't happen at that location where the victims were found, but investigators also say the victims aren't cooperating with the police investigation. Well, this morning, a memorial continues to grow for a 15-year-old Muncie boy fatally shot last week.
And now 2 teenagers are charged with murder for the death of John Phillips, and they're due in court this morning. Gina Glaros is in studio now with how his family and other people in Muncie are remembering that teenager.
Good morning, ladies. We spoke to Tay's family and Summer Boss, who says he was a hard-working young man and loved everyone. But we also spoke to one woman who didn't even know him. Tia Wells started this memorial for 15-year-old Tay, filled with balloons, stuffed animals, and notes outside the apartments where he was killed last week. And she is watching it grow. Wells didn't know Tay, but has a high schooler Tay's age. Wells found out his mother passed away last year and wanted to do something for him.
Breaks my heart. It kills me. I'm literally in pieces. This whole week I've been crazy.
The shooting happened on Wednesday night, August 14th at the Latitude Apartments in Muncie. According to court documents, a group of teenagers was seen running between apartments on surveillance video. 4 teenagers are charged with conspiracy to commit robbery. The 2 teens facing murder charges are expected to face a judge later today. Now, we've reached out to Muncie police multiple times to learn exactly what happened that night. We have not heard back. Ahead at 6:30, Tay's cousin and guardian talks to us about his memory.
Okay, we'll see you then, Gina. Thank you.
What can we do to help try to restore that trust, to let people know that this is an individual officer and not representative of the entire enterprise or other people involved in the criminal justice system?
There this morning, hearing from the Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears after an IMPD officer appeared in court for the first time.
Sergeant Javed Richards is pleading not guilty to 14 felony charges of child exploitation and child pornography. Court records reveal investigators initially found around a dozen videos and pictures that Richards allegedly shared. Right now, they are still searching his devices and hope to ultimately find the source.
You see people from all walks of life, all different professions who can become involved in this, who can become wrapped up in this. You just try to follow the evidence where it takes you, and unfortunately here, it took us to the home of a police officer.
Richards has served with the department for 12 years. Right now, he is suspended, and the chief is recommending he be fired. He is also posting bond, so his trial is now scheduled to begin in October.
Well, in just a few hours, there's a status hearing scheduled in the Delphi murders case in Carroll County. That's where Richard Allen is accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German 7 years ago in Delphi. While the judge, Frances Gull, is still considering a series of motions filed in the case, she recently tossed out a motion to dismiss the case entirely. Allen's legal team filed that motion because they believe that someone else killed the girls. The first half of that hearing will be closed to the public, but our team will be closely watching for any updates and new information that comes out of this status hearing.
Well, in the days ahead, the victims of suspected serial killer Herb Baumeister will be honored. The permanent memorial will have the names of 9 men whose remains so far have been identified. But it's been 3 decades since investigators found thousands of remains buried in the backyard of Baumeister's Westfield home. 2 years ago, the Hamilton County coroner reopened the case, which then helped investigators identify more victims. The organization, the He Knows Your Name Ministries, is behind the effort to give these victims a final resting place.
I know that this funeral and this monument and dedication will never undo the horror of this crime. But we can change the narrative. We must change the narrative because generations of families in this community need to tell a new story.
Right now, thousands of remains haven't even been identified. So next week's service is open to the public. It gets underway at 10 o'clock Thursday morning at Prairie Waters Event Center in Westfield.
Are we excited about the Colts this morning, taking home another win last night in their final preseason game against the Bengals, 27-14?
Yeah, looking good. So several of the team's starters hit the field last night, including quarterback Anthony Richardson. We did get to see him in action, completing 8 of 14 passes. And how about that touchdown?
That's right. Team finished 2-1 for the preseason. So what's next? Well, we got the regular season kicking off right here at home September 8th. Against the Houston Texans. It'll be here very, very, very soon. Chuck, good morning.
Oh, can't wait for that. Hey, we have breaking traffic this morning. You will recall if you were with us, 65 going into the city, northbound and southbound near the South Split. We had big backups. Well, they opened that up, and now we've got a wreck. So we're talking about delays up to a half an hour if you're southbound, and let's show you what this looks like. This is I-65. And in the southbound lanes right now, near Washington, so that would be near Fletcher, we've got these backups. 2 lanes closed. We've got 3 lanes open, but moving at a snail's pace. We'll break down the forecast and more traffic in minutes.